There are typically two types of teams at the MLB trade deadline: buyers and sellers. The 2013 New York Yankees considered themselves buyers, or at least they convinced themselves that they were buyers. A mixture of injuries, especially on offense, and an over reliance on older veterans doomed the Yankees to baseball purgatory during the 2013 season. They weren't bad by any means, but they also lacked the depth to make a legitimate playoff run. Not even all-star second baseman Robinson Canó could propel the Bronx Bombers to a fourth AL East title in 5 years. The midseason acquisition of Alfonso Soriano helped the Yankees remain relevant, but 85 wins weren't enough for either AL wildcard berth. The Yankees missed the playoffs for the first time since 2008 and soon watched Cano, one of the sport's top hitters, leave for the Seattle Mariners in free agency. But what if the Yankees had been more accepting of their eventual fate and considered trading Cano at the 2013 deadline? We know. It sounds crazy to us too. When the 2013 All-Star break arrived, Cano and the Yankees were a surprising 51-44 and only 6 games out of first place. However, it was clear the 27-time World Series champions had exceeded expectations. Opponents outscored the Yankees 375 to 373 during the first half, and Baseball Reference believed they should have been a game under 500 rather than 7 games over. Only months ahead of hitting free agency, Cano hit .302 with 21 home runs, 65 RBI, 18 doubles, and drew 48 walks to only 52 strikeouts in his first 95 games. He reached base at a .386 clip and solidified himself as a potential candidate to win his first MVP award. Individual awards and team success are two different things, of course, and Cano needed help. Derek Jeter missed most of the season with injuries, as did power-hitting first baseman Mark Teixeira. Although slugging center fielder Curtis Granderson played in 61 games, he only hit .229 with 7 home runs, 15 RBI, and 69 strikeouts. Off-season signees Kevin Youkilis and Travis Hafner both failed to stay healthy. Things were so bad offensively that the Yankees regularly started the likes of Ichiro Suzuki, Lyle Overbay, and Vernon Wells. In 2007, that wouldn't have been so bad, but in 2013, we'll let this lineup from a 3-0 loss to the Rangers on July 22, 2013, speak for itself. A few days after that loss, the Yankees brought old friend Alfonso Soriano home from the Chicago Cubs. The Yankees were also linked to Philadelphia Phillies infielder Michael Young, who was eventually traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers. At the same time, though, the Yankees were reportedly entertaining offers on trading veteran starting pitcher Phil Hughes. Ultimately, though, the Yankees kept their former top prospect, who subsequently signed with the Minnesota Twins in free agency. Back to Cano, though. Realistically, the Yankees were never going to trade him. At the time, the Yankees still believed they could have signed him to a new contract in free agency and built the next generation of Bronx baseball around their star second baseman. There were no credible reports or rumors at the time that Cano was on the trading block. But in hindsight, trading him certainly could have led to some interesting outcomes. We know what you might be thinking. If Cano was only months away from free agency, would a contending team really give up significant assets even if they were acquiring one of the sport's top players? Well, there was at least recent precedent for a similar situation in baseball. When the New York Mets traded veteran outfielder Carlos Beltran to the San Francisco Giants in July 2011, only 2 years earlier, he was in the final year of his contract. But the Giants were so desperate to repeat as World Series champions that they traded their number one prospect, starting pitcher Zach Wheeler, to the Amazons. Beltran lasted 2+ months with the Giants before joining the St. Louis Cardinals in free agency. Wheeler, on the other hand, made his MLB debut in 2013 and went 44-38 with a .377 ERA in 5 seasons with the Mets. Not bad. So what could the Yankees have possibly fetched for Cano? Would the Oakland Athletics, as light spenders as they are, have considered trading top pitching prospect Sonny Gray? What about a deal involving multiple prospects, including starter Dan Straley and future All-Star first baseman Matt Olson? Perhaps the Dodgers would have traded outfielder Jock Peterson and maybe, just maybe, added 16-year-old pitcher Julio Urias. Would the St. Louis Cardinals have packaged young pitcher Michael Wacha and second baseman Colton Wong together if it meant landing Cano? Try as he might, Cano couldn't lead the Yankees to the postseason on his own. The August return of Alex Rodriguez didn't help matters, and New York finished the season with an impressive 85-77 record. But if they missed the playoffs, why was it so impressive? Well, Baseball Reference believed the team should have gone 79-83 after being outscored 671-650. As we know now, Cano didn't re-sign with the Yankees following the 2013 campaign, and he instead inked a 10-year, $240 million deal with the Seattle Mariners. The Yankees splurged on the threesome of outfielders Jacoby Ellsbury and Carlos Beltran and catcher Brian McCann. McCann was fine for 3 seasons before being dealt to the Houston Astros in 2016. After a disappointing first season, Beltran filled a reliable presence in the lineup and clubhouse until he was traded to the Rangers at the 2016 trade deadline. And as for Ellsbury, don't expect him to see an old-timers day anytime soon, even if he played far better when healthy than Yankees fans might ever admit. Cano hit .295 with 97 home runs and .361 RBI in his first 4 seasons with the Mariners, and he appeared on pace to reach 3,000 hits and earn induction into the Hall of Fame. However, he received an 80-game ban for performance-enhancing drugs in 2018 and then missed the entire 2021 season following another positive test. He's since bounced around for 3 teams, and at the time we posted this video, he was hitting singles for the Atlanta Braves. Here on Legacy Library, these are the what-ifs in sports we love exploring and analyzing. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and please stay tuned for more.